So today I'm trying the Mary Kay TimeWise Luminous 3D Foundation on my mature over 50-year-old skin. And I have the beige N150. So I have my skincare on and I'm going to go in with my iconic primer. This is the Underglow Blurring Primer. So Mary Kay is a brand that has been around for a long time, but it's not really talked about much on YouTube. And, you know, the company was founded in 1963 by Mary Kay Ash, and it's been around for a really long time. And I feel like she was one of the, you know, first entrepreneurs. So I thought, let me give it a try. I purchased it a while ago. Probably I was at an event and there was a vendor there. And so I figured, let me give it a try. And I think the company's still around and they've developed skincare and makeup products. So I wanted to give it a try. So I will put some here and then I'll warm it up with my hands. All right. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of revisit a classic brand that maybe some people remember, maybe some people don't, and see how it performs on my mature skin. So far, so good. It feels really nice on. So let's go in. It's designed for normal to dry skin, and it promises a radiant, luminous finish with medium coverage. So far, I'm really liking this. Let's see, let's get in there a little more. So I'm applying directly on camera so you can see how it looks on my skin. Now, it's not covering my sunspots. That's okay. But the texture feels really nice. It's lightweight, it's creamy, it blends really easily, and I feel like it gives like the skin a nice healthy glow, but not like super, I wouldn't call this radiant necessarily, but fresh. I'm gonna go in just a little more, and I think it's buildable to even out, so I'm just gonna go in a little bit more here, and let's see if it covers my sunspot. No. So it's not like, I think for that I'd have to use like a matte type of foundation, but for mature skin, I appreciate that it doesn't really look flat or overly matte, because it's not. It's supposed to be more blurry. But I feel like it gives like a nice healthy skin appearance that many of us over 50 are looking for. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown Corrector, and then I'll show you a close-up at some point once I get my makeup going. So I'll go in with that. Just going to tap, get on my lids, which tend to be darker. There we go. And then I'm going to use the Tilbury. This is the Blur Flawless Concealer. I don't think I'm going to set this with powder because it's pretty intense. Okay, I really overdid that. Okay, let's try to fix this. So, as I've said before, I'm not a professional. I'm doing this because I have a lot of makeup. If you watch my first video, I was a caretaker for my mother for a long time, and I was trying to just do things for myself while I was caretaking and going through all of that. And then she unfortunately passed away, and I wanted, you know, an outlet for all of this and not, you know, have all this makeup go to waste. So here we are. All right, so I think that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna blend all this. So far, I'm really liking this foundation. I don't know why it doesn't get more attention on YouTube, but here I am, bringing in attention. Okay, next I'm just gonna do my brows with my Anastasia, just the tail here, just a little bit here and there. Then I'm using my Rare Beauty clear gel. I got this for free because I had like, I don't know, 500 points, and I know people rave about this. It's gotten like amazing reviews, so it's free. I'm trying it. And next, I'm gonna go in with my little Beige and Bougie Elf liquid. I really like these liquids because they really are goof proof, you know? Put a little bit on and you're good to go. There you go, just a little swipe of color because I really want this foundation to shine. And this could be like really an everyday look. All right, so just, again, that's just like a little bit of color. All right, fighting a summer cold. I hate getting colds in the summer, but next I'm going in with the Eldridge Burnt Umber right over here and in the waterline here as well. I really like these. It's the Seamless Glide, and it's really so easy for mature eyes. I really appreciate how easy it is to do. Next, I'm going to do my blush. This is the Merit Archival, and it looks really dark, but is really very pretty on. And I was watching one of those professional makeup artists, and she said she tries to go into Sephora or wherever and picks up the darkest blush and gives it a try. And she says it usually, you know, it works out well. I'm gonna do a little bit here. I really like it on the apples of my cheeks. I know I was supposed to contour and go up in this, but I don't know. I'm old school because, you know, I am old. So leave that there. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Chanel bronzer, which I love so much. There, a little here. Sometimes I forget that I put it on my nose, and that's a little embarrassing, but I will not forget now. Let's go in. There we go. The Chanel is so creamy, and it's so easy to use. I was never really into bronzer, and then I saw, you know, all the contouring, and so I gave it a try. I'm gonna put a little bit more here, because on camera, sometimes it looks like there's so much blush on, and then in different light, it looks like I have nothing on. It's just very strange. Okay, I will go in maybe with a little bit of my Kogen, my moisture powder, which I love so much. It's Japanese. It's definitely not cheap, but it's so really very pretty. So just a little bit there to kind of finish kind of that look. Okay, next I just got in the mail this Jenny Patinkin eyelash curler. It's for hooded and deep set eyes. So this is literally the first time I'm wearing this, or trying it rather. And I've never been an eyelash curler person, but I'm just going to give it a try with you. So I'll do one eye with curling. Okay, let's see and see how it goes. Okay, so that's the eye that I curled, and I'm going to go in with my Blink tubing mascara and see if it makes at all a difference. I'll have to play around with that anyway, because again, yeah, see, it's just putting mascara on camera is slightly terrifying, but here we are. Okay, and I'm just going to clean this up. All right, I feel like there is a little bit more of like a lift here, but let's see. Let's try this on the other eye. This is the one with not curled. So, okay. I mean, I don't know. Does it make much of a difference? Do people use like eyelash curlers a lot? Is that a thing? I guess it is. I almost got the Surratt one, but it was $40 and this was $20, and it had really great reviews, and this specifically for hooded and deep set eyes. So I don't know. I don't really see much of a difference here. So I'll have to practice with that. Well, actually, I do see more of a lift here. Okay, so maybe there's something to these eyelash curlers. I don't know. I'll give it a try and keep trying. So lips, I'm using the Pat McGrath. It's the Dual Sculpt. It's got the liner and it's got the lipstick. This is Naked Blush. It's so pretty. So I'll line my lips and I'll do just the Cupid's bow. And then I will smudge if I can find my smudge. I don't know where it went. All right, so we will not smudge. Here it is, found it. I have brushes everywhere. All right, and then I'll go in with the lipstick. I feel like this is like a pinky brown. It's really lovely. An everyday color. It's not quite matte. It's definitely moisturizing, but it's got kind of like that blurred look going for it. I think it's really pretty. I'm just gonna put on a little more. Okay, so I believe that's my look, and I'm gonna just spritz with my NARS spray to finish it off, and then we are going to see the foundation. So my first impression is that this gives like a really polished, natural, comfortable on the skin look. It's not in, it doesn't really cake. I don't feel like it settles into my pores or anything like that. So far, so good. I feel like it's really very pretty on. And again, it's not sitting around my pores, my fine lines, my texture. Let me just, so I think this foundation should get more attention because I think it looks really natural and really very pretty. It runs around $28, $30. But if you've ever tried the Mary Kay foundation, let me know. I'd love to hear your comments about it. But so far, I think this is one, if I want a really polished look, I would reach for this again and again. I highly recommend this one.